Hey, secret fans. Up. Okay. I've been on this over. I just wanted to come on here and see what you guys think about it. Okay, so what I've been mulling over is unity in a way, as in a being united type of way. And I was saying this to myself, listen, a lot of people push the narrative of wanting to be united and stuff like that. But I'm just the united that they are talking about is really on an idealistic level. And I'm not saying that certain topics where I feel we should be in unison about is any less than how I feel about it. But I don't think, and I also feel like it's just not realistic in a sense for us to achieve unity as people and as a government. Because this is why. Idealistically speaking, unity is a great idea. It's an amazing idea, idealistically speaking. But truly, I feel like unity is not that great. And I actually feel like unity will wipe us out. Because if we're all the same and we all have the same thought process and we're literally all the same, that will wipe us out. Even logically speaking, on a minute what's it called? Cellular level, and we were all the same, that would just wipe us out. It really would. Because things like COVID and the common cold, and also with a collective thinking, if we all thought the same, if we all looked the same, if we all even had the same genetic makeup, it would be so easy for a virus, a bacteria, even a person to coerce us into getting rid of our existence. And that's why I don't think actually becoming united would actually do any good for us. Because people talk about it. And I see it. I do. I get it. Why people talk about it. But I really don't actually think it's a good practice to cohere to. I understand me saying that is counterproductive, and I also understand me saying that makes it seem like I am rooting for evil and for us to be misaligned, and for us to advocate for tolerance and for there to be a leeway for misinterpretation and evil to run amok, for people who are malignant and you have like malicious intentions, people who are malevolent, and also for people who have repugnant spirits to take that and run with it. And I get me saying that, and people could see it that way. But also, what I'm saying is not wrong. It honestly isn't. For there to be true unity would actually be being as vulnerable as we could be. Without the unity that we have, that we actually are seeking for as a collective and as people keep trying to push up, there's a reason why we actually have been surviving for so long. We're all not the same. Genetically, we're not all the same. Idealistically, we're all not the same. And our mindset, we're not all the same. Energetically. And that's what's keeping us afloat, honestly. And it's the truth. And I know it's hard to realize, and I also know it's hard to talk about and to swallow. But it honestly is the truth. It's like learning something and it being enforced in you for so long, and then finding out that it's wrong. And I understand that that's how I'm coming across, but it's true. You know, it's like learning that Lewis and Clark didn't discover America. Well, he didn't discover America. He didn't even land in America. He honestly didn't. And that never made sense to me, because how can you discover something that people are already living on? That's like saying you discovered an orange just because you found out the oranges existed. No, they already existed. You just didn't know about it. Well, they gave this man credit anyway. That's just because he had influence. And sometimes that happens. People have influence, and they get the credit, or they get the notoriety, or they have fame, or whatever it is, because they have influence. Not because there actually was the finder of it, or because they deserve it, just because they have influence, and maybe because it looks better. There's a lot of illusions and hard truths that a lot of people don't understand, and don't have the capacity, I think, mentally to understand, spiritually or emotionally. But that's also, how they control the masses, is by not really telling us the whole truth, or feeding us some things, and in that way we will be subdued in our beliefs to know right from wrong, but still keep us uneasy or dumb. They're dumb just enough. And then anybody who has a different outlook or tell otherwise is either a conspiracy theorist, eccentric, crazy, or just that they don't know what they're talking about. When most of the time, they'll come back later and they'll realize that they did know what they were talking about. And every time I think about that, I always think about that guy who my sister knows about and a lot of other people know about. But that's because I'm just a well of knowledge. They ostracized that man. He literally said to these people, he was like, listen, maybe these people are dying with the same symptoms because you are not sanitizing your equipment. You're not washing your hands. And they ostracized him. They laughed at him. They took away his license. They threw him in a loony bin. And they kicked his ass out. Like, they literally sent him out. Took away his license. Laughed at him, ridiculed him. And then in his later years, threw him in a loony bin because he was crazy. And then find out later, they're like, actually, he was right. We need to start washing our hands and sanitizing our equipment before we do house visits. Before we go to the next patient. They did that man so wrong. But it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you be ahead of your time. And there's also, when talking about unity and a collective way of thinking, they all believed something, they all were united in something, but they were wrong. And they thought because they had a unanimous understanding and a unanimous decision that he was the wrong one when he wasn't. But they were all united in the fact that he was wrong when he was right. And so many people were maltreated. And it was malpractice. And they did him wrong. All because they had a united belief that he was wrong and he was right. I'm not saying war is the answer. Never have, never will. But I think we need to celebrate our individuality in a very positive way more. And maybe not strive for unity. Maybe strive for acceptance. Not unity. And of course, it should go without saying, not acceptance of people who are obviously, like I said, fucking repugnant. They're malevolent. Not those people. They don't need your acceptance. They gone. They lost. They've been lost forever. They're not coming back. They don't want to. Let them be. Anyway, so what do you guys think on the idea of unity and being united and collective thinking?